went the first time in 2022 before the elections to know what people were thinking, what they were afraid. And the people said on the streets that they were very afraid that the elections will not be fair without the paper to vote. So with digital machines, they didn't to have confidence on the machines. But and the people told me that they were very afraid. And I went this time to show the big protest, a massive protest this February 25.
And you had some issues at the airport?
Yes, I went through a big adventure that I was expecting. That I was arrested in the airport. Yesterday, the police went to make to the Senado, they call the Parliament of the Brazil, to talk about that. And they admit that it was about my opinion. So the policeman, the delegate, said that they were monitoring me from Portugal about what I was thinking on the political subjects, and that's why I was interrogated. But they didn't say that was an interrogation. They said it was an interview. That's curious because they said that I was interviewed, but it was not an interview. I went to the police station to be questioned about some political opinions about.
So you landed in São Paulo. Was it São Paulo?
Yes, in São Paulo.
You, like everyone else, you collect your luggage, you walk towards the police control, and then they stop you. I mean, are you able to share that, or I don't know if it's confidential?
No, I can. There were thousands of people with me on that terminal. We arrived in the morning. Everybody went to immigration without problem. I was the only one with my passport there, and they told me to wait a little bit. And the immigration person went with my passport to the police station, and I was just waiting there. But I knew that something was very wrong, and I put on my social networks that there was a problem with me. I sent a message to a lot of important friends in Brazil and in Portugal that I was in the immigration without my passport, and I received a video call from in WhatsApp, a very important video call from Jair Bolsonaro himself. So because a lot of people talked to him and said that a Portuguese journalist is in the airport without the passport. We don't know what will happen, but the passport is in the police. So we have to do something. And Bolsonaro just called me in the video call, and he told me to Sergio, stay calm. Everybody is now watching for you. We will call the embassy. We will call our friends. A lawyer is coming to help you. So stay calm and please tell us everything that is happening. And after that, I was very afraid, of course, in the beginning. But after that phone call, I felt much more confident. And then the person from the immigration came to me and said that the police will take me to the police station. And I went to be interrogated about some questions, about political questions. But and meanwhile, the lawyer.
What kind of police was asking you political questions? Because they are just regular police who are at the airport, or did they bring some, I don't know, some special force, some investigation police? Who are these people?
They received the instructions from Brasilia, from the main power, and the questions was about the political situation in Brazil, about the Supreme Court, about the Supreme Ministers, about the 8th January events, because there was it was like capital in the United States, the event in 8th January, about vaccines, about the situation. Why they asked me why you say that Brazil lives in a dictatorship a dictatorship. There a lot of questions like that. But on that time, the lawyer was there, and he told me to not say to don't say anything, remaining silent, because they can use that again you. So what I think that they were expecting is to me to repeat all my political positions that I say here in Europe, to repeat there in their own land, in Brazilian land, so they can put me on jail, or they can deport me, or they can do whatever they want. But I stayed in silence. And on that moment, when I was being interrogated, the situation was they lost control about the situation, because on my face and my video, I did a very important video on the airport saying there is with not my passport, I'm waiting to be called to the police. And that video was on every Brazilian, on the WhatsApp groups, on all the newspapers, all the televisions in Portugal, the embassy. So everybody knew what was happening, so they couldn't hide my situation. And even when I was being interrogated, I was all the time doing tweets to say what is happening. So 10 and 11. Now the policeman asks me about the situation of the Brazil. 10 and 30. Now the lawyer comes and we receive a phone call from the embassy, and everybody was knowing what was happening, because I was telling minute by minute everything. And there was some people waiting for me in the airport, journalists from Brazil, even Bolsonaro all the time sending messages to ask me what is happening, are you okay, what is happening now, please tell me everything. And the police know that they had in their hands a big problem, a big political problem, a diplomatic problem, because I'm Portuguese, I'm European, and all the world were knowing that they are asking me political questions. So they have to find an answer, an excuse for that incident. And the excuse they did, some 2 hours later, they made a communique in a press response, and they said that was about my visa, about my situation. That the interview was all about my visa situation. That was a big lie, and that's why the police, the federal police, had to went yesterday to the Senate, to the Parliament, to ask questions about that, and they had to admit that they were monitoring me, that they want to know all my political questions, because I was on their alert system with my opinion crimes. So
opinion crimes, I like that. Opinion crimes.
And but then everything went wrong for them, because I think that what they want to do is to scare me in the beginning, or even to put me on jail. I don't know. But they didn't expect that a lot of people, that my situation went so viral in the country, that on that morning every Brazilian know my situation. That's why when I left the police station, they got me my passport again. 4 hours later, I went to the exit with the lawyer. I received another phone call from Bolsonaro to tell me, please, Sergio, come to have lunch with me to the palace of the São Paulo governor. And so I was, I changed from this, the criminal suspects, I don't knowing what will happen to me, from Bolsonaro guests. So day and night. In the moment I'm in the prison, like what is happening to me. In another moment I'm having lunch in a palace, luxurious palace, with Bolsonaro, with Tarcísio, with the São Paulo governor. And after that I had the opportunity to go with them on their cars to the Paulista Avenue, with 1,000 people waiting there. I went to the big stage there that was there for prepared for Bolsonaro. And for my surprise, when I went to the big stage, everybody on the streets recognized me, and they were lighted. Yeah, the journalist is free, our hero. So I became a kind of hero, a martyr from the Brazilian cause, because they said that even an European is suffering on with this repression. So you can imagine what we are suffering. So I was a kind of hero for them, and then I had the chance to talk to the streets with 1,000 people. I said freedom, and because I was crying a lot, it was a mix of things in my head. But in the end, it was very good for me, because they tried to scare me. But in the end, I turned like a hero. Even today, I had five. This is my fifth interview of the day. I have 4 interviews today for Brazil. So I have a lot of interviews. Even now, we are recording this interview, and I'm now broadcasting an interview to the Epoch Times in Washington in my channel that I did last week. I have interviews all the day, because I became a kind of hero for them, because an European that cares about Brazil, that suffer on his own skin the repression. So for in the end of the day, it was very bad for them that they're trying to scare me. And they give me 10 times much visibility. My Instagram, my YouTube, exploded. My Twitter account exploded.